Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to this, your mid-December check-in. We are going to check in and see what's going on for you, given that your last reading was crazy powerful, lots of metamorphosis. You had the lovers at the very end of your reading. How'd you manifest that one? Indicating possible new partnerships of some kind. Excuse me. Okay. This reading is going to be shorter than the full month reading. For those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome. For those of you returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. My name is Marnie, also known as Intuitive Butterfly. It is the time of the year when I have my 13 card special, which is a special reading that I do only once a year. And it is a reading where we look into the predictions for you for the upcoming year. If you are interested in having a 13 card predictive reading with me for 2025, I will leave a link in the description down below. All right, we finally have some cards coming out, and then a whole bunch of them wanted to come out all at once. All right, Scorpio, mid-month, what is going on for you? Oh, we have the Knight of Cups. Well, the Knight of Cups happens to be about romance again. It is about a new suitor coming in. Now, it doesn't make a difference whether it happens to be male or female. The Knight of Cups is representative of possibly a new suitor. And given that your reading for the whole month of December ended up with the Lover's card. This card is very fortuitous for those of you, Scorpios, who are interested in seeking out a new partner. Very exciting. Now, for those of you who are not seeking a new relationship, new romantic partner, the Knight of Cups can indicate that your partner may be looking to spice things up for you a little bit. Perhaps change and shift some of the dynamics in your relationship, make things a little bit more romantic. This guy really is kind of a romantic kind of guy. You also have the Ace of Pentacles coming in here, Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings, specifically related to job or career. This coming in for you right now is indicating that some of you over the holidays may be thinking about considering a change in career. All right, let's clarify these two cards by pulling a couple of cards that will show us what the obstacles are to these two very different cards, right? Obstacles to the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups for Scorpio. Okay. Yeah, okay. We have three cards that came out to clarify these for you. Yeah, okay. We've got the Page of Cups coming out, the King of Cups coming out, and we've got the Judgment card. Perfect. The King of Cups and the Page of Cups coming out to clarify the Knight of Cups. Interesting. There is a lot of masculine energy coming up here for you, Scorpio, in this, indicating that one of your blocks towards that Lover's card that came out in your last reading, maybe being too much in the logical side of things, being too much not on the romantic side of things, right? The Knight of Cups, as much as he's a romantic guy, sometimes he misses the cues because he is still caught up in that divine masculine energy of being in the mind instead of being in the emotions. And then of course you have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is sometimes portrayed as divine masculine, sometimes portrayed as divine feminine, but either way the Page of Cups is naive and immature. Okay. Now remember, and then you have the King of Cups here. King of Cups is the mature masculine coming in. So as far as an obstacle to this romance and this romantic endeavor coming up for you, I would say, Scorpio, that um, watch for being either too far in the logical mind or being very naive about the decisions and choices that you're making at this time. Okay. Moving into the Ace of Pentacles. As I mentioned, the Ace of Pentacles may be indicating that for some of you, you might be debating a change in careers at this time, trying to step out and step up into something new for 2025. And your obstacle to that is the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is not about sitting in judgment of others, it's about sitting in judgment of self. It's about what worked for me in the past, what didn't work for me in the past. Am I looking at this reading and this Ace of Pentacles and going into the holidays and thinking about making a change that is rash and that I'm not thinking all the way through? And have I done this in the past? Or am I going into this and overthinking this over and over and over again to the point that I'm just going to fall back into the same complacency that I found myself in that resulted in the Ace of Pentacles coming up a week before Christmas? Do you see what I'm saying here? So the Judgment card is your obstacle to being able to move forward into 2025 with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a very positive card. It's a card about predicting success in entrepreneurial or new business adventures and ventures. It doesn't have to be entrepreneurial, it could be a brand new job as well, Scorpio. But until you sit in judgment of self and determine your reasons for wanting to change your job or career, that's an obstacle for you. All right. So let's pick a couple of cards for you. Um, and let's, we don't want to make this video too long. What are we going to do? All right. Let's look at an outcome for you for both of these. We are going to pull more clarifying cards. Let's clarify the Knight, the King, and the Page first. As an outcome, the Knight, the King, and the Page. As an outcome, please. Okay. And let's clarify the Judgment and Ace of Pentacles. Clarify the Judgment and Ace of Pentacles for us, please. As a general overall outcome. Yes. Okay. Let's start off with the clarification on the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, King of Cups, and Page of Cups. You have the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is the burden card. It is a card of needing to walk away from something. In the more traditional tarot, the Six of Swords is depicted as someone on a boat who has collected up his swords and his family, and he is pushing away from shore and he is leaving everything behind because it is no longer serving his highest good. It is time to sail away from something. So, as far as this other part of your reading goes, in order for you to move forward with either a new romantic endeavor, Scorpio, or leveling up in your current romantic endeavor, there's something you need to walk away from. I'm going to pull a card in just a moment to clarify this Six of Swords, this burden card. But yeah, okay. And then you move into the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is the ripeness card. It's the card of timing. It's the card that, yeah, Right now, as we move through the latter half of December, Scorpio, this is your confirmation that now is the time to really, really clarify your relationships. New boundaries, as depicted in your last reading, but also, you know, where do you want to go with this? Do you want to step into the very logical mind of the King of Cups, or are you going to step into that fun, playful Page of Cups? Okay, I'm going to clarify that Six of Swords before we move on. Clarify the Six of Swords in this reading. What is the burden that Scorpio needs to walk away from, please? All right. What is the burden? The Ten of Wands. Ah! Ah! Scorpio, I'm just going to read what it says on this card because you're going to laugh. This card is depicted as the burden. You can see that very clearly in this picture. It says the burden down here, even though my camera is refusing to focus. There's something you need to walk away from. The card that you got to clarify the burden is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands, I'm going to read this part down at the bottom because it says it better than I can. It's a card highly associated with the feeling of intense pressure and being overburdened. Okay. There is some aspect to relationships in your life right now, Scorpio, that is not serving your highest good. It's burdening you. When you set those boundaries that came up in your last reading and really clarify what it is that you want, you're going to move into this Nine of Pentacles, this ripeness card. Okay. And things are going to turn out well. But I get the sense that having these two burden cards here, as along with, a very intellectual, masculine, in logical mindset with regards to your romantic side, that this is about boundaries. This is about boundaries in your relationships. And when you set those boundaries, when you get really clear on what it is, what your expectations are of yourself and your partner, and you're really, really open and clear about it, you're going to move into this, which is a very positive card. On the other side, with your Ace of Pentacles and your Judgment card here for clarification, you have the Ten of Swords. I do want to say, yeah, pay attention to the number 10 if it comes up in the latter half of the month. You have the Ten of Swords here. Ten of Swords is about a rebirth. It is about the ending of a difficulty. The only way that difficulties can end is if we have clarity of sight or clarity of vision, clarity of what we intend to manifest moving forward. This is the card that I was saying yes to when it came out. Now, I'm not sure if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. We can get it to focus a little bit. You'll notice on this card, this is a card of understanding. And on this card, you have this bird still inside the cage, but the cage door is open. And all of these birds have found their freedom. They are all out here. Okay. So this card's meaning is the cage door is open. Decisions to be made with regards to career, this Ace of Pentacles, are made based on your judgments of self and what you've learned from your past mistakes, and are based on the understanding that the cage door is open, but you are in control as to whether you choose to stay in the cage or whether you choose to fly free. That's why I was saying yes when this card came out, to clarify the Judgment and the Ace of Pentacles. Because, yeah, your best way forward, Scorpio, in the latter half of the month, with regards to your work or career is the understanding that the cage door is open. It's up to you whether you fly through it. And guess what card you have as your last card in your reading? You have going with the flow. This is the Ace of Cups. I love that this card came out as the last card of your reading for a number of reasons. You have some tough decisions to make, some boundaries to be set, both in your work and career life, but also in your romantic life. But sometimes, and for some days, as you move through this, you're going to have to go with the flow. Thank you so much for being here. Just a reminder, I'll leave that link down below for the 13 card reading special for the end of 2024 and moving into 2025. No matter what holiday you celebrate at this time of the year, please enjoy it. And I look forward to being able to do your next reading.